everyone, and welcome back to some more MotoGP 19 here on this channel. This is part number 6 of my career walkthrough. Now in today's episode we head to Austin, Texas for the Red Bull GP of the Americas, and this is a fantastic circuit. Also everyone, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and click the bell if you want to be notified about more content. Also help me push this channel towards 10,000 subscribers. That would be fantastic. Right, let's get straight to the qualifying. Right, so let's see if we can put in some decent laps on this development test. We're going to do 5 laps. The time threshold is 2:31.4, so we should be able to get that sort of time. And yeah, really enjoying these tests and these practice sessions. It's a good way of setting up your bike, getting some good laps around the circuit so you can get a good feel of the circuits, and also work out what tyre compounds you want to use for the race. I mean, it's going to be a 6-lap race because we've upped the laps now, and we're on the medium front and medium rear for this test. So let's see what these tyres are like. And, let's get nicely turned in. Oh, we just caught the apex on there. We'll get a bit smoother through that turn, and we've gone a little bit wider in that turn as well. I think the fastest time I set in the first practice session was a 2:26.5, so that's the sort of times that we're looking at for the qualifying session when we stick the softs on and try and get the fastest time. And oh, someone's just beaten that, so Binder's got the fastest time so far as we just completely overshot that corner. We'll be careful we don't do that too often in the race. But yeah, really enjoying this circuit. We always get fantastic conditions around the circuit of the Americas. And oh, Booth Amos has just put in a 2:26.8. So let's see if we can match that sort of pace. And I don't think I've finished with the setup yet. It's still understeering a little bit, but I'm not sure whether that is just these tyres don't grip as well. Oh, bloody hell! That didn't feel very good trying to come out the corner there. And slow it in and just try and slow. Oh, yeah, it definitely doesn't react very well. We might have to have a look at the setup again. But I am starting to use the manual setups a little bit more. I've made a few adjustments. I will start sharing them with you as well when I think that I've sort of got the best setup for this Moto3 bike. I'm still experimenting on different things. Right, last corner, and we've had not the greatest at sector 2 and 3, but hopefully this time will be okay. And over the finish line, oh, and we get a 2:26.6. So currently we still set the fastest lap, but let's see if we can better our lap. Just one more corner. I think this is definitely going to be a faster lap. Right, brake, get it nicely turned in. Right onto the apex and to the line. I think this is going to be quicker. And oh, it's 0.2, so 2:26.4. So we're getting faster. So this is going really, really well. Right, so it's time to put in the qualifying lap. Now we were setting a half decent pace in the practice sessions, and the fastest time we put in was a 2:26.4. Let's see if we can get that sort of time. I think that might get pole position, but you never know, because now we're going to be putting the softs on. The times might be slightly quicker, so let's get straight into it and see if we can match that time. Another good sector there. Hopefully this will be a decent lap to start the session off with, and hopefully it'll be the time that may get us pole position. I don't think we've got a pole position yet, so this could be the first one in today's episode. That's nicely done through there. Nice smooth lines, but I really have confidence on the soft option, but we're not going to be able to use them in the race. They just won't last. That is a nice corner there over the finish line. This is going to be the one. And oh, 2:26.050. That is going to be a really hard time to beat, but let's go again. Seriously pushing these soft tyres, and they are starting to wear as we just clip the apex there. And again, Can we get nice and tight on this corner? Just trying to push our time a little bit more just to make sure we get that pole position. Right, final corner. Can we nail this one as well? And again, just pushed it to the limits. And that was nicely done to the finish line. This is definitely going to be a faster time. And we hit a 2:25.545. If that doesn't get pole position, I don't know what will. And I think that just needs a nice wheelie just to show how happy we are. Oh dear, came off, but never mind. And we get to the end of the qualifying session with a big beaming smile on our face because we get our first pole position ahead of Garcia. Really looking forward to the race. If we can be consistent, hopefully we can get a win round here. It's such a fantastic circuit, so let's get straight into the race.
Hello from Austin. We're here in Texas. In just a few minutes, we'll be bringing you the Moto3 race. The skies over the track are clear of clouds and the latest weather reports forecast temperatures in line with the seasonal average. A few more. While the race officials are waving the green flag, the riders gather their final thoughts and get ready to race another US Grand Prix here at Austin.
Right, so here we go with round 3 of this Moto3 career in Austin, Texas, around the Circuit of the Americas. Let's see if we can get a decent start. And someone's been given a head start. They really do need to patch that. Right, it's all go. Let's see if we can get a decent start. And Garcia got a decent start as well. And it's Binder that's been given the opportunity to lead the Grand Prix on the first lap. So let's see if he can take the opportunity. Right, let's just try and take a wider line just to avoid getting taken out. And Garcia's managed to take an inside line. And he's into P2. Right, let's see if we can go down the outside of him and try and battle back into second place. And we need to try and manage the tyre compounds that we've chosen. We've gone for the soft front and the medium rear, so we're going to have to be very, very good and try and manage these tyres. And they've already tried to push and try and pull away already. We need to try and match their pace, but I don't want to chew these tyres up too early because now I've extended the laps. It's a 6-lap race and it's going to be very tough, especially with the front soft compound. I think most other riders went with the medium, so hopefully I haven't made a mistake. But yeah, look at Binder. Considering he started second row of the grid, he's really taken this opportunity to start the Grand Prix and he is trying to lead and pull away. Right, we need to pick up the pace already on this first lap. Right, let's see if we can get a good turn in here. That's not too bad. And we should be able to get a bit of slipstream and catch them up, and then hopefully we can stick with their pace. But they've started really, really quickly, and we need to get used to this tyre combination. So we've got a really good grip level at the front because we've gone for the soft. Not sure whether it'll last, but we will see. And we've got a medium rear, which we've already used in one of the development tests. We know the medium is pretty decent over 5 laps, so we've only got to manage it for 1 extra lap. Right, that's not too bad. Into that turn, we've managed to close the gap, but Binder is still leading this GP on this first lap, but Garcia is trying to push and get past. Look at the contact between the two. The AI are battling really hard here. Let's see if we can get amongst that. But we have got a rider quite close behind us. And, oh, who is that? I think that was Booth. Amos has caught us up and he is pretty quick as well, so we're going to have to be careful that he doesn't get past us. Right, let's just try and hold it nice and tight around there. Binder is still holding the lead, but Garcia is probably going to take an inside here. No, he didn't have the room to get past there, and Binder is still leading the GP and he's probably going to lead into the second lap. Right, let's try and get a good final corner and see if we can get in their slipstream. We should be able to, and we have. Now that is the first lap out the way. Can we get past? We've got a bit of slipstream. Let's go on the outside. Let's see if we can overtake these two. And we've managed to get past. No, we're not going to be able to get past. They're going to take a much tighter line here. Let's just try and go on the outside. And hopefully the tyres should be up to temperature now. We should be able to push the bike a little bit more now. Let's get nicely around that corner. Let's go around the outside of Garcia. We've managed to get into... No, Garcia's fought back and he's taken that position back. It's probably not the best area to overtake, but I'm going to try my hardest to get into second if I can on this lap. And then we can really, really try to start setting the pace. Let's get nicely around that turn. And these tyres are feeling a lot better now. Just managing just to hold a bit more through the corners. And we're really starting to gain. It should be a good corner here. We get past Garcia down the hill. Going on the outside. Careful onto the curb there. Right, Right, we need a really good corner here, and we should be able to get a really good pull here with Slipstream. And Binder is still leading this GP on the second lap. I thought he would fade away because he didn't have the pace in the qualifying session, but he has really taken this opportunity the game has given him to start in front. But we've managed to get a lot of Slipstream there, as we did alter the straight line speed in the practice session, so we should have decent straight line, but we are not braking as late as they are into that turn. Still not confident on the brakes on this bike. I'd rather just take a slower turn in there and then just try and push it on other parts of the circuit. We did have the fastest time, so it was working, but I'm not going to go into those corners at high speed. I don't want to come off. We're not using any assist either, and as the tyres start wearing, we can't really push it too much, because if we come off, then we will just lose several positions and it will be game over. Right, Garcia has managed to get past Binder now. Can we do the same? Let's try and take a good line through this corner, come towards the end of the second lap, and the pace hasn't been as fast as it has been in qualifying. And let's see if this lap is any better. It's not a bad final corner. We should be able to get some slipstream here. This should be our fastest lap of the race so far. Oh, I wouldn't say that it's that fast. I mean, 2:27.6 is still a couple of seconds off the pace we set in qualifying. But again, like I said, it was on different compounds, and I think the temperature from the race to the qualifying session may be slightly different as well. Right, let's try and nice and turned in. Let's see if we can just get a little bit closer to Binder through here. We should be able to overtake him through here. And he's trying to fight back. He is really trying to get back past Garcia, and that is good to see. The AI really trying to battle past each other. Right, that's not too bad in that turn. We should be able to get past, and the problem is, the more I stick behind these two, the more the riders behind are going to get a little bit more confident and try and overtake me, and there can be a real train of riders battling for the positions. We want to get past. Let's see if we can get past Binder here. Let's try and take an inside line. Oh, bit of contact there, but just running down the inside. Right, can I beat him on the brakes? Or is Binder going to come up the inside and force me? Oh, he almost had me. He almost had me. And he got round there pretty quick, but we should be able to get some slipstream from Garcia and leave him behind us. Let's see if we can just build up here. And we're going to build up. Let's try and brake a little bit later, but not too late. Just using a decent line. And again, look how late they brake. I'm just not confident enough to do that as Binder comes down the inside. Oh, he tried to overtake me again. Let's just try and hold tight into this next turn behind Garcia. I can hear a bike coming up the inside, and Binder's forced us into a mistake. I thought he was going to run straight into us, but I've managed to hold on to second. But I think he's going to make another lunge. Yes, he does, and he's taken second place. And we've been pushed back to third, but can we take that position back? We should be able to hold the inside here, and we're back into second behind Garcia. And Garcia is taking advantage of this, and he's starting to pull away. We can't let him get away, but Binder is totally on one. Since given an opportunity to lead the Grand Prix, he feels like he could get a better position than finishing third, and he is going to push hard right to the end. Right, we're coming towards the end of the third lap. We need to up the pace now. I think it's time to maybe try and push to the front, and that's not a bad corner. This should be the fastest lap of our race, and we've just hit a 2:26.8, but Booth Amos has just hit a 2:26.6, so he has just put in the fastest lap of the race, and we need to try and match that pace. As Garcia is getting a nice tight line there. Can we just stick with him? And Binder again's coming in the inside. He still thinks he can get past us. We need to get past Garcia. I can't deal with all these dive bombs, and it's really put me off my lines. We've got decent grip still, so let's try and use that. Let's try and get past him through here. Switch pack, move, and that worked nicely. Can we hold it? Yes, we can, and hopefully now we can settle into a rhythm. We need some consistent laps, and hopefully we have gone for the right tyre combination. It feels pretty decent at the moment. We just need to start getting some faster laps in. It's not too bad. As we've seen some faster laps go in, we know that they're going to start pushing hard on this lap now towards the end of the race, so we can't afford to make any mistakes. I'm not always the best to lead a race. I sometimes do like to follow. Let's go for a little bit of a wider line, And oh, that worked nicely. That was turned in perfectly. Right, are they going to try and slipstream us? No, I don't think they're close enough. But I know that they do run into this turn really late, so I'm going to take a wider line. I just don't want to get taken out, because it did happen a couple of times in the qualifying session, so you've got to use that information and try and make the right choices. I think I've braked a little bit too early there, but that should be okay. And oh, just run over the curb slightly there, but I will take that. The grip levels will start to fade away towards the end of the race, and that's a much better turn there. Let's get nicely turned in. Again, just getting those nice tight lines, backing off the throttle, and this is why I went with the soft front. I just felt like the soft front just felt better in the turn than the medium. Let's just try and get nicely turned in. That's nicely done again. This has been a good lap. This is exactly what we needed here around the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. And again, that's a nice corner. Hopefully we can build up a bit of a lead, and we still got 2 laps to go. Let's get a nice final corner. That is a really good final corner there, and this should be a decent lap. Well, no, actually it wasn't really quick, but I will take that. Let's see if we can get a good first corner. We'll go a little bit tighter in now. Again, we've gone a little bit too wide. We could have gone way tighter, but I'm not going to push it too hard. I mean, like I said, now I haven't got the assists on. You do feel like a little bit that the rear may go, and I don't want to push it too hard. I want to keep these tyres, because if we have any moments, it does wear the tyres down a lot quicker, and that's nicely done through there. And let's see if we can get nicely turned in through here. Just holding the lead. It's just over a second 2.1 from Garcia, so a second lead isn't greatest. I would like to extend that a little bit more if I can on this lap, because I don't want to have them breathing down my neck in those final stages. It's nicely done through there. Let's see if we can get a nice corner here. Let's line it up, get turned in, use those racing lines. Again, that is nicely done. Try not to make any mistakes. Be good on the throttle, try and manage these tyres. And looking at the grip level of the tyres, they still look pretty decent here, and we've just extended that gap to a 1.3. It's looking good. What a race we've run here. It started off a little bit dodgy, and we have made a few mistakes here and there, but we're starting to put all those practice laps into practice here, and we might be on for a win in Austin, Texas. That's nicely done. Really starting to settle into a nice rhythm here. It's sometimes leading the race with a bit of breathing space. You don't panic as much, and you make the right decisions. Again, that is nicely turned in, and these tyres are working perfectly, but Garcia has closed the gap. It's only 0.6, so let's see if we can just speed it up through here and get nicely onto the apex. Oh god, just made a mistake. Oh, got a penalty. Oh, just as it just stuck on the apex, it just bumped me over slightly, and I've just got a 0.2 penalty. So that means that we've definitely got to finish 0.2 ahead of second. Oh, I was hoping I didn't make a mistake, but there you go. Hopefully that won't be too costly. Right, so we're over the finish line, and we've just set the fastest lap of the race at 2:26.4. And no, Garcia's did just hit a 2:26.3, so he's on it now on this final lap. It's not as fast as our lap that we set in qualifying, our 2:25.4, but this hopefully will be enough to keep them at bay. Right, let's make sure we don't make any mistakes. Tyres still look okay, and they will feel some different, a little bit of less grip, so I'm not going to push too hard. Let's just keep it steady. Nicely done through here, and the gap is a second again. Got to try and keep that gap, because you know how they dive bomb on this game. Right, let's see if we can just extend it down this section much quicker than they are through here. Got to nail this corner here. Right, slow it down, or we'd stop braking a little bit later. We're going to just overshot the corner a little bit. Oh, that was not great. I think that was a combination of braking a little bit too late and the grip not being as good. As you look at the front tyre grip, it is a little bit, it just went down a little bit there, and the gap is 0.9. Can we keep this up? Can't afford any more little mistakes. We need that 0.2 gap to take the win. It'd be so frustrating if they catch right up and I lose 2 places on the final corner. Oh, I would be absolutely destroyed. Right, ooh, bit of a glitch there. It does that now and again. They definitely need to patch that. It just glitches. And sometimes when people crash or you go off circuit or change camera view, it just freezes for a second. It's really off-putting. Right, that's not too bad through there, and they've actually closed the gap. It's only 0.7. Oh, this is going to be so tight. Right, try not to make a mistake here. Stay off the curb this time through there. I'm not going to make the same error. And second to last corner. Come on, Guna, don't throw it away here. And they are pushing. Oh, it's going to be a dive bomb on the last corner. I can just see it now. Right, final corner. Try and keep it nice and tight. Onto the... Oh my God, I had a bit of a moment there. And to the finish line. Have I done enough? Oh, I had a moment there. I actually thought I was going to get kicked off then. And yes, we won it. Oh, sigh of relief. But look at the time that Garcia put in at the end. A 2:26.1. He was on it on that final lap. But we take the win. Oh, I can breathe now. What a race that was. Right, let's have a look at the championship standings, and we're still sitting in first place on 70 points, 13 ahead of Booth Amos, and we're doing really, really well. But in the team championship, we're still only in second, 12 points behind the Green Power. So we need to push a little bit more. Hopefully my teammate will start picking up some more points as we go on. But that is another win, and it was a really, really good win. Really had to battle hard for that. I still reckon I could have gone a lot quicker. I think I do need to set up the bike a little bit better. Towards the end of the race I was struggling, and I do think this bike has got some more pace in it. But anyway guys, that is part number 6 over. Please don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode where we go to Spain, I do believe, in round 4. Thank you and goodbye.